My name's Jeff Lee. I'm the Executive Director for an organisation called Mentor. We're an international NGO that focuses on the whole area of prevention and education, and I've tried to come and bring a perspective about the issue and whether education prevention works. I think we've started over the last 10-15 years to consider the role of education and prevention, when in the past we haven't at all. I still think there's a long way to go to make sure that we do it properly and effectively. I think we've got a particular culture in UK in terms of issues around alcohol use, for example. I think our tobacco use is similar to most places in Europe and perhaps going down. I think we have had problems of illegal drug use, but I don't think they're necessarily dissimilar to some other European countries. What I think we have got to do, though, is to look at how we can put more energy into preventing those problems getting even worse and getting bigger, and helping to minimise the harm that drug use can cause. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and there is some logic in that argument. My concern is I'm not sure if we're ready to legalise all drugs. I know we can say that it will mean that they are controlled, and therefore we perhaps can keep more control over who uses and what they use and how much and quality. My worry is the more drugs become available, the more young people will use, the more problems we will have, the more it will cost society, communities and government. So I think we've got enough problem with the legal substance that we have in alcohol and tobacco. I'm not sure if we can go to the legalising other substances, because I think it'll only increase the problem rather than reduce it. I'm not sure if the issue is reclassification or not. What I would say is that the whole publicity that went with that issue meant that it perhaps gave a message that cannabis was okay to use, or less harmful, or wasn't harmful. So it's not the classification itself, it's the message that came with it. I think that message is unfortunate, because I think there are significant problems for perhaps a limited number of young people from using cannabis, particularly to the sort of strengths that people are using now. It would have been better to leave it alone and have the debate about the whole broader issue of drug use and drug misuse and how we can prevent and educate.